Welcome to Truth Quest. If you are striving to balance earthly challenges with a heavenly perspective in areas like business, family, relationships, money, and personal growth, you have found your community. Welcome back to Truth Quest. I can't believe you people are here still, but okay. Anyway, I have my dear friend, Annie. Annie, I remember when you got your license in real estate. And you have just caused a lot of joy in my life as I've watched you grow, and become a mom and just do all the things. And I have admired you, and your commitment to excellence. You really do well, and you represent well. You represent your company, you represent your brokerage, and you represent your God. And that's an incredible combination. So I don't know if I've ever told that to your face. I decided to do it publicly instead, and just really put you on the line.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. Yeah. Anyway, when we had coffee, it's been a few months now, or a couple months anyway. It was just a great conversation, and I caught you at a weak moment and asked you if you would have another conversation, only this time let me record it, because I learned a lot from you and I love it. But you were sharing with me how sometimes God expands your territory, and he expanded yours and asked you to change some things. And we just share a little bit about you. Actually, who are you? I know you, other people don't. So who are you?
Thank you for that really kind introduction. First, it's a total honor to be on your podcast. I'm very, very excited about this. A little bit nervous. I'm like, what's Tia going to throw at me? But just incredibly honored. And thank you so much for saying that stuff as well, especially from someone that I find slightly intimidating. So I'm like, I could just close up shop for the day. I feel pretty good about it.
Right? Boom.
Yeah, and that coffee was great. That was great. And man, just went all over the place too. It was exciting. I was like, man, we're touching on every important topic in the world. It was wonderful.
I know. We could have solved world peace that day.
I think so. I was like, is there anything left that's like a vulnerable, sensitive conversation we haven't dove into? It was great. Your question was about expanding territory.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, if I remember correctly, we were talking about, we both were kind of at a spot where we were being asked or called to perhaps do things that made us uncomfortable. Yes. And at least in my case, I felt like I was like Jonah. I was like, I'm on a boat. I'm going the other direction. I was like, I can't hear you, God. I'm so sorry. I'm headed this direction. The longer I had that direction, people were like, we should throw her off this ship. That way. When you just know, you're like, oh no, like I'm supposed to do this thing and I don't want to. That's kind of where I was at. And, that's can be nerve-wracking, right?
Oh, yeah.
I am classic introvert. I love my circle, how small it is. And I, deep down inside, wish it never grew. I work hard to keep it small. Jared's my best friend and I married him. Now I only have to hang out with one person instead of two. And so the idea of broadening territory and community and relationship, I'm like, get me on that boat. Let's go that way. So it's scary, but when a calling's on your heart, it just won't leave.
Yeah.
Wears you down until you're like, all right, I will submit. I'll do it.
So You run a large a large real estate team,
I do.
and that's a lot of territory. I mean, you're not even like only in one state. You guys are multiple states,
Hmm.
and lots of personalities.
Yes.
So leadership skills are super important. Obviously, you handle that well, by the way.
Thank you.
And sometimes there are challenges, and the challenges that I've experienced anyway. So maybe you don't have challenges. Maybe
I
it's just
promise
me.
you we do.
um, but sometimes the challenges come when those personalities, um, well, they're broken. They're just wrong. And you have to address it, and you have to do it with grace, because at the end of the day, you're not a hidden Christian. You are bold in your faith, and
I
you
try.
got Jesus on your back, right? It's like this is I'm Team Jesus, and now you have to address a broken um, character flaw, right? How do you combine the two?
Well, I think that's pretty. Actually, I mean that's pretty easy when we think about it, because to
Mm-hmm.
be Christian, we are accepting that we are flawed and that we
Mm-hmm.
are sinners.
Mm-hmm.
To be Christian, you have to be brave enough to decide someone's perfect. It's not me. I am
Right.
flawed. I am broken. Right. And so
Uh-huh.
it just makes sense that we just know that. Right. You accept
Right.
that in others, you accept that in us. And, people be people, and they are always people. And we
Right.
show up broken. And some days we, can pretend that we're not, but we always show up broken. And God accepts us that way. And so we should accept each other that way. The key, though, is whether we choose to stay in the place that we're at, or if we are striving to become a better version of ourselves, right? If
Mm.
my mission is to become more Christ like, then I need to have a clear idea in my head, a vision of who I need to become. And I need to be bold and brave enough to take a step towards that,
Right.
and bold and brave enough to ask the people we work with to also take a step towards that, which boils down to, I guess, we're a real estate company that's in the people building business. you know,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
that's so much more of an adventure than just taking on real estate alone.
Well, and it's so much more of a blessing to those that you offer the opportunity to come along and walk that with you. Like, can we build you? We would love to help you build up yourself, build up your business, build up your character, build up all the things that God has already planted in you and you don't even know is there.
Wow.
It's a beautiful offering. How do you offer it when they don't know Jesus?
That's a really great question. Um, there was a point in time where um, we were like, how do we do this? How do we fully live out how we should witness, and also, walk this line of like not wanting to make anybody feel alone or excluded, because
Right.
those are not of God either.
Right.
And also, neither is stifling my own light, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is a fine balance, but when we look at what Christ does, right, in leadership, and um, in his love for people, and the way he is an example in these things, He didn't ask people to sign up to be a Christian first. He went ahead and started being an example. And man, there's so many people in this world, including myself, that leadership skills and leadership training opens up so many paths in this world. Now, my hope is that it opens
Mm-hmm.
up a path towards recognizing a higher being, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's none of my business, right? I mean, I would really like these chapters to be in this person's life. Like, if
Let
I
me write them.
were terrible, like that's between them and theirs, right? But the leadership models and growing in that just opens up so many doors for people. If one of my colleagues has a kid and they are 17, 18 years old, what I would love for them to want is, man, if my kid graduates high school and just spends 2 or 3 years at RMG learning how to be a better leader, learning how to cultivate a following, learning how to pour into people, learning how to behavioral skills, and learning how to become a better version of themselves
Mm-hmm.
before my kid goes off to do something else, man, that makes me feel like we're on mission.
Yeah.
I want
Amen.
people to do real estate. I think it's a phenomenal career. I'm so glad I landed in it. And to teach people how to become leaders, I think that's the gateway to building people. And so
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be exclusive, and people have all walks of life, and I've had 12 walks of life. So
Right.
thankfully, the majority owner of the company, Reed, is very tolerant of all the walks of life, including different ones. Yeah, we're people.
Mm-hmm. So you are a mother.
Yes, yes,
How do you juggle running? Are you CEO? You're CEO of the company, aren't you?
yes, yes.
Yeah. How do you juggle being the CEO of this large company, this very successful, very awesome company, and motherhood without sacrificing to one or the other?
Yeah, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. Yeah. First off, I love being a mom so much. That is anyone that is listening, I would highly recommend that.
Right? I know. I love it too.
Is phenomenal. Tiny
Hmm.
humans are amazing, and it turns out as they get bigger, they become more amazing, which is just
Yes.
such a blessing.
When they're adults, they make the best friends. Just so you know. Just so you know. I
Yeah,
love them.
yeah. And also, I love what I do with RMG. I love leading RMG. That is just right in line with what I'm passionate about, and I'm very mentally stimulated by that. And so I could do that all day.
Hmm.
And then this thing comes along, and I'm like, oh, wow, the only thing in this world that matters are these guys, And so I have to strike up a balance. And um, I believe that God doesn't ever ask you to do anything that isn't good for the family. And
Mm.
so I walked into it with a belief of, if I'm supposed to do this, I can be the best version of a mom that I can be and also run this. And if that proves to not be the case, then my path is decided for me, right? Because
Ah.
I signed up to be a mom. And so things are important to me, like we're homeschooling our kids. And I love that so much. And boy, has that been difficult.
Wait a minute. You're homeschooling your kids and running this company.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's teaching and it's teaching and it's teaching and it's teaching. And
Right.
it's being an example and being
The-
an example and being an example. And, my kids don't complain to me about lead flow, but they sure as heck complain about tax. So it's not something, it's something else. Um,
yeah, you're dealing with complaints anyway.
yeah, kind of everyone just wants the best environment, and I can understand that. I have incredible support team around me. I have Uh, I've learned to be very humble and accept the fact that I can't do all the things, which you hear
Mm.
people say that and you're like, oh, that's so nice. You can't do all the things. You have someone clean your house. I bet that was a hard decision. When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to mom things, when it comes to things that you feel that only a mother should do, and then
Right.
you invite someone in to help you with that, that actually is very difficult to do.
Yes.
And if you do it correctly, then you get more time with your kids. But you have to admit the fact that you are not the type of mom that can also do these other things, right? The same
Mm-hmm.
thing at work. I can't do all the things. I have to ask for help. So this has been a
Mm-hmm.
serious life learning lesson for me. I went
Yeah.
from not having to ask for help to having to ask for help in all areas of my life. Actually learning
Humility.
tons of humility, tons of humility, tons
I'm
of
sorry.
humility.
I know, right? Right.
having to
Why?
call
Why are we doing this lesson, Lord?
having to call Blake and be like, I'm supposed to be walking into this class, but instead my kid's puking on me. I need help. I actually can't teach this class to 40 people. And for Blake Elder to go, oh, you know what? I got it. Send me the slide deck. I got it. I work with really wonderful people that
You
want.
do. You do. Um, I mean, I've obviously been across the table from many of you over the years. I've been in classrooms with many of you. I've taught classrooms with many of you, and I've been taught in classrooms with by many of you. So, uh, yeah, I'm not blowing smoke when I say I have the utmost respect. I really do, and you have a great tribe. You just have a great tribe. Um, there is. I'm trying to remember. I just came across this quote, and it was in the book is The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. I might
Wow.
be reading it for the third time.
Wait, did you recommend this to me when we went to coffee and I haven't read it yet? Someone told me.
I might have. I might have just because it's been piercing. Um, I learned a lot the first. I listened to it the first time, and now I am, reading it and marking it up. But one of the things that he comments on that I've just read recently is that one, we have to realize that we can't do it all. There is just limitations, and that's part of who we are is the limitations. Because I have a bad tendency of telling my husband, I just need a clone. I could do so much more if I had a clone. And God's response is, I didn't ask you to do more. I asked you to do what I created you to do. And that's enough. Just
Yeah.
be who I called you to be and be present with the people I've called you to be present with and represent me well in between, right? So I think that we are really as a culture, we push, be all you can be, you can do this, you can do that, you think bigger, think higher, think farther, right? But nobody ever says, but think within your limitations so you don't burn out. But think within the limitations of your humanity, and let God handle the overflow. Because if I can't handle it, then I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
So
So
I
well.
love how you've kind of lined that out in your own head. I love the way you said, I'm called to be a mom. And if anything else is supposed to happen, it can happen in addition. I mean, that's the add-on, not the mom. Being a mom was not an add-on. Being a mom was the role. Which is actually a really good one if you're going to run a real estate team, because we all know we got to mother them. Right?
It has made me Having kids has made me, I believe, a better teacher because
Mm-hmm.
kids come from, they have no context, which is why they ask all the why questions before they evolve on to the what's and how's and who's. They ask why all the time. They have no context. And I find the very best teachers are the ones that give you context as they teach. And approaching any topic with, I'm going to assume this person has no context and I'm going to give all of the context as I'm teaching. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a game changer. You know, why is the sky blue? You can't just say, well, it's because it's a reflection of this or this, because they probably don't know five of the things you just told them. So you have to,
Right.
and you can solve fast when you don't skip over all the details, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It takes a
Mm-hmm.
village to raise a child. Humility taught me that it takes a village to raise me.
Yeah.
I cannot get to where I'm supposed to go by myself. I need the whole village, the entire
Mm-hmm.
village, and anybody I know, and all of their cousins. Like,
Right. Some of the neighboring villages have helped with me.
you know, I'm like, bring them all in. I'm going to need as much help as I can get through all of this. Great. It's great. God has a great way of forcing friends upon you.
Yes.
That's how
Yes, he does.
God, forcing friends.
So, if you had to sum up this season, because we all go through seasons, right? There's a season of learning this. There's a season of learning to give up this. There's so many seasons, and I mean, there's just seasons to our soul anyway. I mean, there's a spring, there's a fall, there's a winter, but in all of the seasons there's a learning that happens, that the Holy Spirit is just talking to us and teaching us, and we know um, that the Father's got a message. um, are you in a season right now where I mean, what is God teaching you right now?
Well, three things, if I may.
Oh, well, you overachiever. Okay. I got one.
I have to learn a lot of things to get through this season. The first one, which I'm hearing very loudly, is grow in the virtue of patience.
Oh,
Patience,
oh,
patience.
I'm sorry. That's a horrible lesson.
By nature, I'm not patient. My family makes fun of me for being a marcher. My extended family, like I march everywhere. I can't help it. I run between things. I don't mean to. I'm just like, why would we walk? There's so much to get to. You know? Yeah, so
Marcher.
patient. This has definitely been a season of evolution. You know, in the
Uh huh.
past, I've recognized, oh, I'm being called to like pivot quicker and, grow. But right now, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm going through evolution. I'm being called to step into a new version of myself. And that is tough. That's been
Oh,
very
yeah, it
tough
is.
for me. I have to stay very open and aware so that I can just straight up drop habits I've had for my whole life. I'm like, I don't like this.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Um,
There was a
it's
third one,
funny because
so I guess it's just to evolve and be patient.
oh, it's just two, just two. Wow. So I'm. That's funny because I am. Mine is similar to your involvement. Mine is. I I am apparently. You go through these seasons of evolving. Of it's like you level up into a new season, right? And it's like, okay, this is a new space. This is I'm not comfortable. He's calling me to expand my territory, expand my knowledge, expand whatever. But whenever you do that, whenever there's that shift, it's like we have to allow the environment to stabilize, because I feel like it feels like chaos whenever you shift it, because it's not comfortable. You're in a new environment, even though it's all the same environment. I'm probably making absolutely no sense. What was that?
So that's where the trust comes in, right? And
Yeah.
like that feeling of chaos makes us want to stop.
Hmm.
The alternative is to trust God and just keep going.
Right.
But that
Right.
is unsettling.
It is unsettling. It is unsettling. And I had a tendency of thinking, like, when it just seemed like there was something bad, then something bad, then something bad. And I'm like, am I under attack? Right? Is this like a spiritual attack? Not that there, yes, there are attacks. And, you know, we have armor. We should probably use it. I tend to leave half of it behind. I intend to put it all on, but I'm half naked on the field. And, but sometimes it's not an attack, it's just unstable. Just rest, rest in Him. Rest in knowing that God's got it. Let it stabilize, and then move into this new season a little bit stronger. But I tend to want to be strong as soon as I move. It's like, okay, we're going over there. Bye. I am a driver. I just go. I would probably be called a marcher with you, but I'm not going to give your family that opportunity. So, I'm old enough. You can't call me a marcher. I'm I did. That's fascinating, though. That it's similar. You're evolving, and I'm stabilizing into a new season.
Yeah.
And I wonder if other people are going through similar. And
Evolution happening around us, right?
I think so. I mean, there's a lot of, you feel it in the air. There's shakeups happening, and you just feel it. And
Change
uh,
doesn't quite encompass it. There's always changes.
oh yeah,
But when something you've always known literally becomes something you've never recognized and it's the new thing or just the new season, or when it evolves, sometimes it's hard to figure out our place in it, you
yes,
know?
yes, exactly. And I like to know my place. Um, I like to be at the head of the class too. But when I'm the ignorant one in the room, I,
That's a good room to be in, though, right?
you're right. It is a
You don't
good
have
room to be in. It is. It's a great room to be in because you get to learn the most
Mhm.
and you get to grow the most. And it's unsettling when they're using words that I don't understand. Right? It's like I'm in the why stage because if you tell me really why the sky is blue, I have no idea what you just said. And so it's like God has to take me through that
Mhm.
and explain the whys slowly. So, what I'm finding is that in order to stabilize in this new environment that is my life now, it requires solitude with Him, quiet with Him, like intentional. Let's sit down and let's just be quiet. And first, I have so much in my head. I mean, it's like always going. Teases me all the time. He's like, the hamster squirrels in your head. I don't know how you deal. And that's why I do fight with insomnia sometimes. And I will wake him up with really dumb questions. Well, I don't think they're dumb, but they bother me. So I have
I
to wake him
made
up.
friends with a yellow pad. All
Hmm.
my thoughts are
Yep. But I
feeling.
don't want to wait sometimes. Like I just don't want to wait. I just so and he is like Cliff Clavin. He knows more dumb stuff that's just stored said that
We're gonna have
nobody wants
to
to know
edit that
except
out.
right. Oh yeah, we should probably edit that out.
Though,
But
like if
he's
you
so
look up,
handy for that. I mean, God gave him to me just for that reason. So he could answer all of my random questions at 3 a.m. Um, but man, just this whole season of leveling up, it took me a few weeks before I realized, oh, I know the answer. The answer is ask God. Just sit with him.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit with him and give all the things to him. Do the here it is. You can take it now. Now that that's off my brain, what are we going to talk about? And who am I now? And what is this world that you're having me step into? And where do I step? Because we make it harder than it is. I mean, Jesus gave us the template, right? He's like, okay, follow me, which means you have to watch how he lived and then go do that, which sounds so much easier than it is. But in all that, that's what I'm learning, this new environment, this new person that is just different in the last couple of years, and getting a grasp on it. And part of that is I get to go pick brains of all you people. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I don't remember what celebrity it was, but I was watching something and this reel came up with a celebrity. This was a few years ago. And what she was saying was, she said, if you are trying to catch the bus and you already know, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to catch this bus unless I do something different. She said, it's not good enough to pray, God, hold that bus for me, and then to walk to the bus. And it's not good enough to run to the bus and to not ask God into your day and say, this is what I'm trying to achieve. Help me out with this. You need to feverishly pray that God is looking out for you and fighting for you and is there for you and spending time with him. And you need to bust your ass and run to that bus.
Yes.
I do both. And when I listened, am I allowed to say ass on your podcast?
Yeah, you are.
When I listened to that, I was like, okay, like, because I am uncertain at times, I can't show up that way. I need to get after it. I need to do everything in my possibility to get where I'm trying to go, or I think he's trying to get me to go, or where I'm supposed to end up. And I need to include him the whole way, because one or the other isn't what I'm being called to do. Not sit on my butt and pray it works out, not try to do it myself and not include him. And that's been a big game changer for me, because I try to control things and I try to make it work, and I work very hard to get where I'm going, and that will never get to where I'm supposed to end up. I have to include him and do that, right? He wired me to drive like that, to work that hard. So I just need to include him and do that.
Yeah.
That'll
And the thing is, both you and God will enjoy the journey, because I think he loves going with us, right? He loves, like, yep, let's go. I got you, right? He doesn't want to be left behind, nor does he want to be ignored. And he doesn't want to do it all for you. He's like, there's a reason I asked you to follow me. I wanted to spend time with you. So I love that. And believe it or not, as nervous as you were, we've actually gone over. See, I told you, we're just going to visit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it has been. It's been great. Thank you for the visit.
Thank you so much.
I love any opportunity we get to chat. So thank you.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are listening or watching or both, thank you for eavesdropping on our very personal conversation. That's kind of rude. I'm kidding. Come back and be rude again. Until the next time, go try to have a little grace, even if a little is all you got. Have a great day. As we conclude this episode of Truth Quest, we invite you to be a part of the conversation. Send in your questions, thoughts, and reflections. Don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated on our journey together. Until next time, may you continue to seek truth with courage, and remember to sprinkle a little grace, even if that's all you've got.